Okay, so hey everyone, thanks for coming. This is the Savvy Mineral makeup class. Victoria and I are pairing up a little bit. She has not done a makeup class before, so she's gonna pipe in on some of these as she learns to teach the makeup. She fully uses it. Say hi, Victoria.
Hey everyone.
So we're going to go through this. So what you're going to learn in this class tonight is we are going to go through what is in the makeup that you're currently using. We're going to talk about why you want to be concerned about that, because I know I, for one, never paid any attention to that before. And then we're going to go through all the Savvy Mineral makeup that Young Living has. This is going to include the makeup that they have launched even like last month at convention. So we're going to go through it. We're going to tell you different tips that you can do with it, and just show you pictures of how to do that. So I'm going to hit a screen share, so you guys all should be able to see the makeup or see the slides on your screen. You're certainly welcome to screenshot those with your phones, and maybe have a pen and paper on hand because you might want to write stuff down with that. So I'm just going to start us off a little bit with this. So if you don't, I think everyone knows me, but just in case you don't, we're recording. I'm Kara Edstrom. I'm one of the Young Living Platinum, so I'm probably all of you guys' closest Platinum. And Victoria is one of our executives on our team, and she'll be doing some of the slides with us. So let's just start right off here. 26 seconds after exposure, chemicals are found in measurable amounts in the human body. The average woman applies 300 chemicals to her body a day, and 80 of them are done before breakfast. So, welcome everyone. We are going to clean up our makeup bags. Here is like the Young Living Savvy Mineral story. A savvy woman should never have to compromise quality for beauty. That's why the Savvy Minerals by Young Living was formulated to include only the most pristine ingredients. Our range of products is developed with an unwavering standard of purity and quality, giving you a full variety of natural derived products that do not have any cheap filler or synthetics. We're going to talk about those in this class. So wherever your life takes you, Savvy Minerals is here to help empower you to be the woman you want to be. I'm assuming mostly women are on this class because guys probably aren't wearing the makeup. One thing to remember here as we go through the makeup, like you think of Young Living as an oil company, the thing I keep reminding people, it's a wellness company and it's a lifestyle change company. And so it's really meant to teach people there's many more things that you could be using in your home. What Young Living is, they use oils infused in their products, but there just aren't any bad ingredients that you have to worry about. So I am going to try, I'm going to see if one of the videos pops up, and if it's blurry for you guys, then I'm not going to do it, but I tried something different on my computer, so I'm going to just see if it happens to work. So let's just try it here. Okay, just give me a second. Because it's kind of fun sometimes to play some of these videos. So it's a minute, and if it's fuzzy after this, I won't do any more, but let's try it.
For a long time, I just didn't feel good about answering that question. I was still searching for that something better. Conventional cosmetics were just so full of toxic ingredients. There definitely was a demand that wasn't being met. I decided to change that. Women shouldn't have to compromise their health for beauty. So I designed a collection that would allow them to enjoy both. Then I worked hard to get it into as many hands as possible.
Every year, more members kept asking, when are you going to have cosmetics? And so we started really moving in that direction. We discovered this little cosmetic company that Melissa had created. She wanted it to go to all of Young Living, but couldn't by herself do that. Through conversation, Young Living acquired Melissa's little company. The most important thing to Young Living has always been that our products are pure and unadulterated. And now Melissa can see her vision fulfilled, and we can take these wonderful products to the world.
Completely letting go of my baby will be tough, but knowing that the Savvy Minerals line will now reach every Young Living member and open new doors to Young Living's purpose makes all the sweat, tears, and hustle well beyond worth it.
We know that this is going to be a dream for so many of you out there because you have been asking and waiting for such a long time. And now Young Living is going to develop even more products. And who's going to benefit? All of us.
Okay, was that blurry and choppy or was it okay?
It was choppy and blurry.
Okay, then we're gonna skip the videos. Okay, we'll just go on to.
Well, I mean, it was interesting.
But if it's choppy, it doesn't help. So.
Well, I mean, it doesn't, it's just us. We were watching something and getting some information about who started it.
Okay. There's only a couple, so we'll keep going. Okay. So the makeup. It is no surprise that mineral makeup is still the rage out there. Like you can shop anywhere today, whether it's the grocery store, the pharmacy, savings club, warehouses, and you're gonna find mineral makeup out there. That's a good thing, right? No, it's not. So while this popular type of makeup is available at every turn you might go, you have to ask yourself and look into the brands and how to figure out that you're choosing the best one for yourself. So to answer this, we kind of have to start at the beginning. Mineral makeup has been traced back as early as 3100 to 2907 BC, where Egyptian and Roman women gleaned minerals from the earth and ground, and then they ground them with a pumice stone before they applied it to their skin. So back in those days, the only thing available was raw natural ingredients because there were no such thing as fillers. Like today we have all these fillers. So we're familiar with all the preservatives, but what are fillers and why should they be avoided when you look into the mineral makeup? So today we're going to talk about some of the common fillers and their disadvantages and why they're so commonly used. And then we'll get into why Savvy Minerals is the best option. So most of us are hesitant, or at least maybe people that you talk to were maybe hesitant to switch our makeup routine. So let's face it, a lot of people probably have their favorite foundation. They've been using it for years. They have a specific lip shade that they think they look great in and an eyeshadow that they always favored. So it can be hard to switch to something when you're comfortable using what you have. But let's talk about that. Your skin is your largest organ, and while it protects your body, it is not a thick coat of armor. It acts like a giant sponge, and it's going to absorb much of what is applied to it. So when is the last time that you ever checked your makeup? I know I never paid any attention to this till probably 2 years ago. Most conventional brands, they're using talc and bismuth and phthalates and parabens and lake dyes. You know, when I went and pulled up my makeup and I looked, yeah, it had all those things, but I just kind of was going to the department store, what was on sale, or someone put something on me and looked okay. I didn't pay attention to it. So the ingredients really are the biggest factor that you need to familiarize yourself with when it comes to makeup. So what I've learned over the last few years is like people were buying their stores, including myself. It was Target, it was Macy's, it was department stores. We started hearing a little bit about maybe Beauty Counter or Bare Minerals, thinking, okay, those are better options that we can do. Well, Savvy Minerals actually is like one step beyond all those other good brands because they've removed the 4 most common concerned items. Lindsay Elmer, I know you guys, many of you guys have probably listened to her or watched some of her stuff. She is a doctorate in pharmacy from the University of California, San Francisco. She researched all these ingredients. We were in a class with our Royal Crown Diamond, Scott and Brenda, and I paid to be in some of this. So I got to listen to like a class with a small amount of people. And she really went into all the ingredients in the Savvy Minerals, which is like, what, all of 5? And she couldn't find anything wrong with any of them, saying there's absolutely no concern with any of these ingredients. It's 100% clean, natural, organic, chemical-free mineral makeup. And it's free of ingredients that are going to harm and damage and age your skin. All of this makeup is made in the USA, in case that's anything you want to know about. But the 4 ingredients that you want to look out for are talc, bismuth oxychloride, the FD&C and the DNC colors, and fragrance. So the fillers in mineral makeup are just that. They are simply filling the makeup up, and there's no benefit to the skin. The presence of these fillers can actually cause harm to your skin, and many people don't realize that that's what's causing skin issues. So we're going to talk about just those 4 items because those are the main ones that are out there. So talc, you've probably heard of talc, and I bet you if anyone isn't using Savvy, and I bet you if you look up your ingredients, you're probably going to see this as one of your top 3 to 5 ingredients that is in your makeup. This is also known as talcum powder. We probably heard this. I know, like, my mom says that's what they used to use on us when we were babies. We used to think it was completely safe, but it's not. What is this? It's widely used in the cosmetic industry in many skincare product formulations. One of the popular uses is because it's absorbing, which that's why the baby powders that we now are learning are bad. That's what's in the baby powders. It is a filler in the various powder cosmetics like foundations and eyeshadows and blush and face powder. So why are these mineral companies using it? Talc is popular because it's inexpensive, and it's an inexpensive filler that is put in the makeup, and it makes your makeup run out. And a lot of times the colors and these pigments that the companies are using are so drastic that they put this talc in to actually dilute it so it's not such a harsh color. So then we want to know, like, why is it dangerous? On a chemical level, talc is nearly identical to asbestos. However, many cosmetic companies, as well as the Food and Drug Administration, feel it's safe for use, despite a 1993 report by the National Toxicity Program stating that talc causes cancer in animals. So that's not a good thing, obviously, right? What is it doing to your skin? The talc easily clogs your pores, and it's irritating for those with sensitive skin. So it's dehydrating to most skin types, and it leads your skin to basically trap and clog those dirty chemicals. It's a carcinogen like asbestos. I don't know if you remember last year when the Teen Justice store, after they analyzed their products, found the tremolite asbestos fibers that were used in that makeup that the teen girls were going and using. So that's what that talc is, why it's close to this asbestos that they're finding in their products. Currently in the US, cosmetic grade talc is unregulated by the federal government. So those of you that are concerned about something that's putting on your skin, thinking like, okay, I switched to this other brand mineral makeup, you probably want to look at the ingredients because it's not good for you. So those are kind of some interesting facts about that. One of the next ingredients that we really wanted that's probably even worse than the talc is going to be the bismuth oxychloride. This one I know that I found this is what's in the Bare Mineral brand. So if you look at Bare Minerals, this is what they're using. Because I know a lot of people were thinking initially until Savvy came out, that was a better option. But here's a bismuth oxychloride. We're going to go through like the what is it and those same things with each of these 4 ingredients. Bismuth oxychloride is an inorganic synthetic compound of bismuth. Bismuth itself is heavy and brittle metal, but bismuth oxychloride is a pigment that comes as a pearl diamond finish, and it gives the makeup that shimmery finish. It's found in bronzers, blush, eyeshadows because of its ability to create that shimmery look. Though bismuth, the metal, occurs naturally, it's not rare, or it's rare. So to create it, what the US manufacturers are doing is it's a byproduct from refining lead, tin, copper, silver, and gold ore. Once it's separated from those elements, it goes through a long process to make it supposedly safe for use in cosmetics. So here's how they process this. They extract bismuth from like the lead, tin, copper, and that results in a bunch of impurities, right? So when they're refining it out, so these may include the lead, the trillium, that's what that is a chemical element added to glass for color, and other elements that aren't safe for cosmetic use. So then the manufacturers put it through this electrolysis solution, they filter dry and they further refine it. And then the process still isn't done. Those impurities are further removed by adding other ingredients. So it's like chlorinated, treated with water, and then it's dried to form this white substance. That's what this bismuth oxychloride is. So even though you see on the label and you see like, okay, this is not a natural ingredient, it is a long process of refining and altering and adding all these other chemicals to it. So why are the companies using this? Pretty much the same reason that others are using talc. because it's a filler on your face, but the bismuth kind of makes people feel like it gives a little bit of a glow. It's really soft between your fingers. It's kind of that pearlizing agent, but many makeup lovers just don't have any idea of what's in their makeup. It's an ugly filler. So the concerns of this, like talc, is that it's irritating to your skin. The heaviness of this is going to clog the pores, and it's really not good if anyone has acne-prone skin. What I tend to tell people is like, you know what? A lot of times they think the teenagers is, oh, this is hormonal. It's really not. It's coming from the makeup that they're putting on your skin. This bismuth oxychloride can encourage the formations of blackheads and whiteheads instead. A lot of times some people get that cystine acne, which is the large, red, painful ones and deep in your skin. This is all coming from that bismuth oxychloride. It leads to nasty rashes and severe acne. So by far, when you're looking at mineral makeup, it's talc and bismuth that you really want to be worried about. Okay, so the next ingredient we're going to talk about is FD&C and DNC colors. You guys probably are familiar, like, oh, I've maybe seen that name, or I've seen that on something out there. Do you ever wonder why like food and drinks and skin and body care products and cleaners are things like bright blue or green or orange or purple? These are not natural. They are not natural dyes at all. So Leila McGee Tucker, she received a doctorate of naturopathy from Trinity College of Natural Health in Indiana. She's a certified homeopathy and nutritional counselor. She made this comment. It takes up to 25 synthetic chemicals to create one artificial dye. If a product is purple, it basically can contain or have 50 or more chemicals just in that one color. And these 50 chemicals that are used to make one dye color are making their way through the skin or down the digestive tract right into the bloodstream. So the body can process some of these out, but a lot of them remain. And this is what is knocking down the health and causing the skin to age prematurely. So like the liver, kidneys, gallbladders, intestines have enough to work on without having to deal with all these synthetic chemicals in there. Like, think about it. Do you really need that purple that badly? You know, think about, here's some common brands and things that we're probably using right now that we just don't think about. It's the Gatorade, the Jell-O, popsicles, food coloring that we use to decorate all our cakes and cookies, the cereal, the candy, laundry detergents, shampoo, conditioner, skincare, cosmetics. All these things have those colors. So when you think about it, like, what are these colors? So most of the colors, like in the eyeshadows, blush, and lipstick, there's a whole range of colors out there, right? We're like, oh, this is great. This is a big packet of colors. You know, I remember thinking that when I was a teenager, like, I want to buy this thing online. There's like 50 different shades to play around with. Those are all from the DNC and FD&C colors. A lot of times when you look at the labels, you might see something that says like orange red or blue one lake. I don't know if you recognize that name. Like, you probably hear some of the lake colors or just the orange. Most of these colors and dyes are made with synthetic chemicals, and they're just leaving off the DNC or FD&C. They just put that name lake or they put the name orange. So the FD&C, what that is a Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act. So these are approved for the FDA for food, drugs, and cosmetics. But the FD&C has approved DNC colors for drugs and cosmetics, but not food. I know that's kind of a lot to take in. Think about this though. Every time you lick your lips, you're eating a little bit of lipstick. So in fact, in June 2002, the issue of Glamour magazine, it was reported that women inadvertently ingest, does anyone know how much lipstick you ingest in your lifetime? 4 pounds. 4 pounds of lipstick is what you ingest in your lifetime by licking your lips. It's kind of gross, right? So now it's kind of like, oh wow, what am I ingesting out there? The European Union recently passed guidelines requiring warnings on packaging of food that contains certain food dyes, but the US has none of this. We do not do any of that here. If you're like at our Ditch and Switch class, you hear how Europe has banned all these products, and we do not here in the US. Let's see, how are these made? They're basically synthetic produced colors found in your cleansing products and everything that you're doing. They're made from coal tar, which contain toxic heavy metal salts. So the industrial production of colorant lake, you're going to probably see that word lake. When you start paying attention, you'll see the lake on a lot of things out there. Those are precipitated with metal salts such as aluminum, calcium, barium, or others. Some of the lake dyes are derived from naturally occurring plant or animal ingredients, but the vast majority of lake colors are synthetically produced. So they're used in, like we said, everything from whether we're eating it, in our skincare, any of those other things that we are using. So they're pretty, but they basically harm our skin. How do you avoid these? Though manufacturers have started phasing out some of these colors, this is why it's still in our food and it's still in everything else. So you just have to be looking at your ingredients. I know when I was making some of the bath bombs with my daughter before Young Living came out with them, we were getting some of the beet coloring. And, you know, of course she wants to just drop all the colors in because it's so pretty, but I'm like, yep, and it soaks right in your skin. We're going to use the beet color. That's fine. I'll pay $5 for that color. So, I mean, it's just looking for those colors and it's paying attention to those. But when you start seeing like the color like number 1 or 5 or any of those other ones, just know that that's really what's bad. And you just have to really be aware of like what's going into your body. The last ingredient that we'll talk about before we get into all the fun stuff is fragrance. The fragrance word itself, it's pretty scary because what is it? It's basically a secret mixture of chemicals. Companies are not required to list these ingredients on the labels. It's a term that was created to protect a company's secret formula. Most people don't realize that perfume is full of nasty chemicals that can clog our system and completely mess up our hormones. Just the word fragrance alone has up to 300 chemicals in that word fragrance. You know, when I was using some things that I really thought was natural, yep, all the things were natural. And then I went back and looked and I'm like, and what's the last word? Fragrance. So it's just knowing that that word fragrance, when it is on your product, it can have up to 300 chemicals in there. Many cosmetic companies don't disclose the ingredients they use because it's proprietary informational trade secrets. So according to the Environmental Working Group, fragrance mixes have been associated with allergies, dermatitis, respiratory distress, and potential effects on the reproductive system. So the question would be like, why is that okay to use here in the US? It is legal due to a giant loophole in the Federal Fair Packaging and Labeling Act of 1973. That requires companies to list cosmetic ingredients on their product labels, but explicitly exempts fragrance. So by taking advantage of this loophole, the cosmetic industry has kept the public in the dark what is in those ingredients because they can put it just in that word fragrance. So with the small amounts of chemicals used in makeup, you may think that the effects of these toxins, you know what, they're so small, they're not going to be problematic to me. For instance, you may have used that same product for 10 years and not had any issue. But consider bioaccumulation. Our bodies break down many of these toxins that we are exposed to, but not all of them. Often the problems with our skin can be indicative of other larger problems. So, get confidence without compromise when you choose the Young Living's pure, high-quality, mineral-based cosmetics. Unlike most mineral makeup, the Savvy Minerals by Young Living is free from the cheap fillers and additives. Instead, they're going to deliver a rich color payout, smooth, luxurious application with only naturally derived ingredients. You can feel good about every aspect of these products that you are getting. So what's in our makeup? Our makeup is really clean. Young Living not only chose not to put the yuck in the makeup, they chose to put good stuff in so we can actually have benefits to wearing our makeup. So check out some of these ingredients that are here on the screen, what is in it. The mica, some people ask like, what is mica? This is the gold standard for mineral makeup. It is a rock that is found on every single continent, and it's the basic building block of Earth. It is the base of all mineral makeups. The thing that you want to know about this is it's non-nano. You're probably starting to hear about non-nano, or you hear me talking about non-nano. Non-nano means that the molecules are big and they're not going to penetrate into your skin. So sometimes, like when you see the zinc oxide, we talk about this in Ditch and Switch. It may say zinc oxide, but if it's nano, it's going to go right through your skin. You want to be concerned that it's non-nano. So I know we hear Dr. Mike talk about that with Young Living. It's like non-nano. That is what you want to know about. So here's a couple other ingredients that is in our makeup. So good stuff. It's really not anything bad. There is a question that sometimes comes up is like, okay, well, is there sunscreen in the makeup? Even though there are some zinc oxides in here, it's still not going to be enough to protect you from the sun. So you're best off just putting the sunscreen on your face before you get moisturizer and everything else on it. That's just a question that some people ask. So really, there is nothing that you have to worry about when it comes to our makeup. Okay, so 6 reasons. There's just a couple of reasons as a reminder why do you want to switch your makeup. There's no phthalates in here. This is chemicals that disrupt the endocrine system. They're found like deodorants, lip balms, makeup. Doesn't have any lead. This is making its way through other makeup through the dyes. The Savvy lipsticks have no dyes in them at all. Excuse me. There's no formaldehyde preservatives. If you're using powdered makeup, it doesn't go bad unless you put water in it. But this makeup, it doesn't need preservatives because there's nothing bad on it. It doesn't have any of the petroleum in here. It doesn't have the BHT and BHA. These are the preservatives that make your French fries last for 10 years. They are in your eyeliners, the lip glosses, the skincare. In Europe, they ban these as a category 1 endocrine disruptors. We don't ban them here in the US, and they don't have any parabens. And then lastly, like what are 5 reasons that you want to also choose this? I got this from the class with Lindsay Ilmore, and people say like, why should I switch my makeup? So she gave us 5 reasons on why you want to switch the makeup. There's no phthalates. I said that one, sorry. Outside these ingredients, it's healthy for our skin. The mineral makeup is different than your conventional makeup because it sticks to the oil on your own skin. It binds to the oil on your skin and not water, and this is giving a natural water resistance. You cannot find this in your conventional makeup. So if you have someone or know someone that sweats a lot or tears up a lot, this mineral makeup is going to be your friend. The chemical and oils in conventional makeup can be irritating, and this just doesn't have any of that. This is also in terms of the healthiness, it creates a barrier on our skin from the environment. It is allowing your skin to breathe and allows the air to flow from your skin and the environment. Some ingredients in here can soothe the inflammation on the skin. It's actually recommended for people with sensitive skin and people with rosacea. The National Rosacea Foundation actually recommends that people that have this rosacea use mineral makeup because of the versatility, and it gives the coverage and it is not going to clog your pores. Secondly, on the versatility, you can put your makeup on in 5 minutes, or it takes me 7, but I certainly have friends that will spend 30 minutes doing their makeup. So if you want to go quick or you want to go fast, however you want to do it, it has a lot of versatility. You can build your colors, you can get it with the misting spray, so it's like a paint that goes on, super versatile. The shelf life, thirdly, on the shelf life here, it has a long, stable shelf life. It does not harbor any bacteria because there is no organic material in here for the bacteria to grow. The quality on here, there's very few ingredients. This is what's different than any other makeup that's out there. Talc is that #1 ingredient in most companies' makeup. We don't have any of that. We don't go through the mineral makeup faster. You know, honestly, I just went through my summer loved bronzer. I've had that for 1.5 years, and I just finished my first bottle, or my first little container of that. Some of these will last a really long time. So this is long lasting on your skin. I was telling some of you guys before you were on the class, like I haven't redone my makeup. I was out sweating outside and picking the weeds because I've been gone for a week. It lasts a really long time. So the base collection that came out 1 year ago had 30 different products at the 2017 convention. Young Living, basically like every quarter, every holiday, has been adding new makeup that is out there. So when it comes to beautiful, flawless skin, remember that we start with our skincare. If you have acne or redness or uneven skin, you really need to get to the root of the problem and help take care of your skin, cleaning up your diet. This starts, a healthy outside starts with basically a healthy inside. So you want to let the real you shine. This isn't really about having tons of caked makeup on. Okay, so now we're going to get to all the fun stuff. I'll start with the first one and we'll let Victoria go through the brushes. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the Savvy Minerals Mattifying and Hydrating Primers. This was launched last month at convention. People were begging for primers. I had no idea what a primer was, but I tell you, I do think it makes a difference because I'm like, really, is this just one more thing for me to buy? But it is really good. Since I just had to add this one on the primers with it. I know it's part of kind of the skincare, but what this is doing is it has the non-nano ingredients in here. It reduces shine. We're going to talk about here on the mattifying one. It controls the shine and oil. It minimizes the looks of pores, and it kind of just gives a little more like even makeup when you put it on. It has a little bit of that stickiness. I know when I was talking to Nadine, I think it was yesterday, she was talking about the sandalwood moisturizer, and she felt like that was a little, tacky enough when she put it on to do it. You kind of want a little bit of that stickiness on your face when you put the makeup on. It just helps with it. The hydrating one, this is going to be very similar, but it's if you need to have a little more hydrating. This is going to go on, like you're going to clean your face, put your moisturizer, and then you put the primer on. I am not kidding. It's probably half of a pinky nail size amount. This little teeny amount goes a long ways. It is not scoop it in my hand and put it on my face. We're talking a little bit. You just put it on and it helps your face get a little tacky. This is going to go like moisturizer, primer, and then you do your makeup. So that's what you do with that. So let's have Victoria tell us about the brushes.
Okay, the brushes, we'll start with the brushes because you need these to apply the makeup. The kit contains 5 amazing brushes that are essential for makeup application. And the best part is they come in a cute little carrying case. Each brush is made from high quality synthetic fibers and is designed to hold the optimal amount of product to provide easy makeup application with the softest feel. Seriously, these brushes feel amazing. This kit includes a foundation brush, a brush for the veil, a blending brush, an eyeshadow brush, and a carrying case. The brushes are imported from Italy and are the best quality. I honestly have never had brushes like this. They're one of my favorite items. Similar high quality brushes can retail for $40 to $80 per brush. But here at Young Living, you're getting such a great deal by paying only $85. This is a very affordable price.
And you know what I did add? It has full PV in here. A lot of their accessories don't have full PV. This has full PV on the brush set, so that's exciting.
Right. Yes. And then we have a few more other brushes. Our eyeliner brush and the eyebrow brush. I don't know what their other ones are. And then we have our newest brush, the Kabuki brush. It effortlessly blends your favorite foundations and bronzers. It's made with densely packed bristles. The Kabuki makeup brush offers easy application and controlled coverage. And it's made in Italy, featuring a high quality synthetic fibers, dermatologist tested, and hyperallergenic bristles. You also notice that this huge difference in how this brush feels on your face. Next, I'm going to talk about how to clean your makeup brushes. So, did you know that you should be washing your makeup brushes at least once a month? Some experts say that we should be washing them as much as once a week. Depending on how often you apply makeup, that frequency could change, but I can almost guarantee most of us women do not wash our makeup brushes nearly enough. Bacteria and dirt can build up between the bristles, and with that can come unnecessary breakouts on your skin. Just think about all the product, sweat, and dirt your makeup brushes come in contact with by simply applying your makeup each day. and then multiply that over time. The results can be pretty nasty. So how do you wash your makeup brushes? Here are some pointers to use, whether you're washing the Savvy mineral brushes or not. Wet the bristles of your brush in lukewarm water, but avoid tipping the brush upright so that the water cannot run down into the shaft of your brush. We don't want the water in the shaft. If this happens frequently enough, it can cause the bristles to become loose or to fall out. Next, find your favorite gentle soap or shampoo. I personally use the Thieves hand soap or the lavender shampoo, and put it in the palm of your hand, and then rub the bristles of your brush just in a circular motion on your hand, making sure to get the bristles all while keeping the brush face down. You will see a lot of your makeup mixing in with the soap as it rinses from the brush. Rinse your brush with water. Again, avoid getting the water in the shaft of the brush, and repeat it until your brush is completely clean. On a dry towel, rub the bristles of your brush gently back and forth to help pull out the moisturizer. This helps with the drying process. Reshape your brush to the correct shape and lay flat. Leave out overnight until completely dry. And I sometimes leave my brushes standing up for like 30 minutes, just stand them straight up so that the water is all out. Ladies, everyone can wash your brushes and start your week with a good clean brush. You'll be amazed at how much easier makeup applies, and you will quickly remember how soft your brushes were. The next thing we're going to talk about is the foundation shades. The foundation comes in 10 colors, 3 cool, 3 warm, and 4 dark shades. Each tone of Savvy Mineral Foundation, warm, cool, and dark, comes in various shades, with number 1 as the lightest shade. As the numbers go up, the shades get darker. Using your undertone and the shade finder below, select the shade that's closest to your skin for your truest tone. Look at the skin on your lower cheek near your jawline, so right over here. The first step to flawless foundation is knowing your undertone. Our warm colors look best on yellow, peach, and gold undertones. Our cool colors look great on pink and red undertones, and our dark colors have neutral undertones. So if you're not sure which undertone you have, look at the underside of your forearm to find out. If the veins on your arm have a green tinge, then you're likely warm. If they are more bluish, then you have a cool undertone. You can also get some hints from jewelry and clothes you wear, which metals and colors look great on you, which make your skin glow. If you reach for silver jewelry and white, black, blue, green, and blue-red clothes, you probably have cool undertones. Tend to favor gold jewelry and ivory, cream, brown, warm reds, and yellows, you likely have warm undertones. You can also do it by your natural eye and hair colors, can help you figure out by coloring. Customarily, cool people have eyes that are blue-gray or green and have blonde, brown, or black hair with blue, silver, violet, and ash undertones. Warm tone women usually have brown, amber, or hazel eyes with strawberry blonde, red, brown, or black hair. The hair tends to have gold, red, or orange, or yellow undertones. So whether you prefer a glam look or go for a more natural finish, Savvy Minerals Foundation has you covered. Its buildable formula can be used for sheer or full coverage and blends flawlessly for a natural looking foundation that diminishes the appearance of imperfections and blemishes. It is an all-day foundation, so you don't need to worry about it as you transition between your home, work, and social life. Let's see. For best results, use a foundation brush. Oh, sorry, I totally skipped something. I'm sorry. I guess.
That's good.
Is that good? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
For best results, use a foundation brush. I'm going to tell you how to use the powder or the foundation. Mist your brush with the mister 1 to 2 times and sprinkle a small amount of foundation into the jar lid and swirl the brush lid to collect the powder. Take the brush, tap it on the side to get off any excess powder. This is a key so you don't have minerals everywhere. Using circular motions, blend the foundation onto your skin, repeating to build the coverage. For more controlled coverage, spritz your brush 2 to 3 times with Savory Minerals Misting Spray before swirling in the powder. Keep things simple with foundation or use your bronzer and veil for a full face look. The shelf life powder makeup really doesn't go bad unless it meets water, so separate water from the foundation. All the foundations are matte, so to add the veil to make it more of a glowing look.
That's good.
Sorry.
We'll just hop right into the misting spray. So the misting spray that Victoria was talking about when you spray that brush, here's what the misting spray is. This helps you take control of your mineral application. You really do need this. It's like $14, but you really do need this to help put your mineral makeup on. It's made with pure essential oils, trace minerals, and entirely plant-based ingredients. The misting spray is going to give you a more thorough foundation, all while nourishing your freshly clean skin. There's aloe vera juice in here, so for people worried about an oil as a base, there isn't any oil as a base in here. Here's the scent that it has. It's geranium, bergamot, balsam copaiba, cedarwood, black spruce, orange peel, lavender, lime, sage, ocotea, and rose. I remember Melissa Pepping saying that this was one of her perfumes that she kind of used, and they turned it into the smell for the misting spray. So that's just what you're going to use for it. Here are some uses for it. If you want to use something outside of the misting spray, this is actually, it was designed for the mineral makeup, but it can be used as a hair detangler. So I've used this in a pinch for a hair detangler if I didn't have my lavender and water. Or for little kids, you can spray their hair and help comb the hair out. You can use this to prime your lid with eyeshadow. So like if you want, like when we get into the eyeshadows and they do it, when you put the eyeshadows on as a powder, it goes on one color, but if you mist it, it's gonna make it a lot darker. So like having like your liquid eyeliner, you're gonna use this on it. Some people are making a lip liner. They're taking a little bit of the Passionate blush and spraying it, and that's how they're getting their lip liner. So this is not intended for a setting spray. You do not need to set your face after the mineral makeup. You can use the veils at the very end that we're going to talk about, but this is just what the misting spray is. It does smell good on your hair when you're putting it on your hair. Okay, so let's look at the bronzers. There's 2 different bronzers. So on here, what you can tell, one of them is a little lighter. So one of them is called Crowned All Over. That is the top one. It's a medium nude. And then the bottom one is called Summer Loved. It's much more of a warm brown. I will use the Summer Loved in the summertime, where I'm going to use the Crowned All Over more other times. So the bronzers are basically going to help you just enhance your natural beauty with a little bit of that sun-kissed glow throughout the year. It is great for creating that perfect contour. So people that want to have beautiful, like buildable colors, they use this. We don't talk in here, but I know like one thing I'm going to say, we'll flip to this slide. So on the bronzers, you can kind of see it's just a different picture with it. So the best results, as Victoria said, you're always going to tap this into the cap. You only need a little bit of the stuff because the brushes that we use are so thick that you don't lose the mineral makeup in there, so it's going to stay on it. So just tap it on the top. I know people that get really specific on their makeup and they're going to talk about, well, I'm going to put the bronzer on my forehead, down my nose, and my side cheeks. I know for me, I like looking like my face got a lot tan, and so I kind of put the Summer Loved all over. So I kind of just say, you do how you do your bronzer, and these are what the 2 colors are. I know one thing on bronzers too, some of the darker mineral, like the darker foundations, other people are using the darker color foundation as a bronzer also. So you can mix a lot of these colors all in. Okay, let's go to the next thing. I'll talk about the blush, Victoria?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. Next, we'll take a look at our blush. These truly do complement any skin tone, giving you a radiant glow. So some things that it does, it gives your cheek a perfect blush, promotes radiance, provides a healthy glow, very buildable color, different colors to complement all skin tones, enhances natural beauty, long-lasting all-day wear, ideal for sensitive skin, vegan-friendly, and not tested on animals. You'll see that we have 7 colors of blush. I personally love the Charisma. That's one of our new shades, and that one is so gorgeous. For best results, apply with a brush. After applying foundation, sprinkle a small amount of blush into the lid's jar. Yeah, okay. After applying foundation, I did the brush into the lid to pick up the powder, then lightly tap the brush handle against the side of the lid to remove the excess. Apply brush to the apples of the cheeks and blend outward along with the cheekbone toward the temples. Build color gradually to avoid over application.
One tip I want to add in here that I do too, like Victoria uses the Charisma, right? You said Charisma, right?
Yes.
So that's the bottom color on here. I use the Passionate, which I never would have picked that out. That's the top middle one. But one thing when you're doing your blush before we get into the veil, I put the blush on a little darker because when I use the veil, it really kind of neutralizes it. So sometimes I just add a little bit more on that with the blush. So I just wanted to add that. So Victoria's going to tell us these colors are pretty close to true that you look on the screen. So she's going to give you just a little high level, like which one they're kind of good for.
The Smashing is a pink. It's for cool toned skins. This is more matte. It's a cool pink. I Do Believe You're Blushing is a pink neutral for warm toned skins, and this is more shiny. And I think that comes in the kit. Passionate is a dark burnished rose. Awestruck is a soft pink shimmer. Captivate is a beige pink matte. Serene is a soft coral peach matte. And Charisma is a bright pink. So I put that Charisma on just very lightly, and I love it for summer. And I think I use the I Do Believe You're Blushing more in the winter. The next.
The veil. Yeah, let's talk the veil. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love the veil. When I talk to people about, let me, you get this, you have to get the veil. So here's why. This is a setting powder. So they just came out with matte and they have the diamond dust. So the diamond dust on top does have a little bit of shimmer and the matte will not have the shimmer. So it's bright white, but it goes on every skin tone and is going to completely set your makeup. So if you want a little shimmer, do the diamond veil. And if you want more of a matte look, use the matte. So here's what you do. Like I use the big brush. You can use the kabuki brush or the big brush that comes in the set. When your makeup is on, you put it on the lid and you tap it. What I love to have people do when they come over to my house is I have them do half of their face. So I said, just put the veil on one half of your face and look in the mirror. You know, the cameras that have those filters that make you look like you're perfect, this is kind of what it does. So when people put it on half their face and they look in the mirror, it looks like you just put a filter on your face and then they finish it. I mean, would all of you guys that use it agree when you do that?
Yes. I love it on, I like to put it, I put it on my neck and my chest too for that shimmery finish.
That when I was probably your age, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Nadine's going to start doing that now too, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, so hands down though, you guys, you like one of the biggest tips that I have ever learned when I've gone to like beauty school or different things is also, besides putting this on your face, this is going to make your eyelashes look like you just had like fake eyelashes put on. So when you do like 1 to 2 coats of your mascara, go and take one of your eyelash, is kind of like an eyeshadow brush and dip it in whether you have the matte or the diamond dust. And then I want you to go coat your eyelashes so it looks like they're white. Yep, you may have a little bit fall on your face, but you're going to coat them. Then go do like your 3rd or 4th level of mascara. You are going to see the difference. When I have the 20-year-olds try this on, your eyelashes look thicker and longer by doing this. So this is like one of the biggest beauty hacks that I have learned. It really, really makes a difference. And then like when you're done, just take your big brush and kind of wipe if anything came out from under your face. And
I also use it as dry shampoo sometimes in my hair. So it just kind of like absorbs any oils and like your roots, because I've got blonde hair, and it makes you look all nice and clean again.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so I do really think the veil is worth getting. So that's my 2 cents. So let's talk, I'll talk multitaskers. So here's the multitaskers. We used to have just the dark brown, but they came out last month with a tan, a medium, and light. So multitaskers, you can use these as eyeliners, eyeshadows, bronze or brow fillers. You could use them as a little bit as a bronzer. They come in the 4 colors. Really what you're going to do with these ones, if you're using it as an eyeliner, use that teeny eyeliner brush and you just dab a little bit in the lid, and then I just spray the misting spray in there. And so then you're going to dab the brush. And the tip that I really learned for the eyeliner is you turn, like I turn my head. So instead of trying, if your hand is shaky and you're trying to get it to go, if you just hold the brush in one spot and turn your head, you're going to get it so it's much more of a straight tone. People using it for either brow fillers, even I've heard people use this for if they want to touch up, like if their hair is starting to grow out a little bit, covering the gray up. So that's an option if you have the darker hair. So whether you use these as like an eyeshadow, they're kind of that multitasker. That's why they're called a multitasker. Okay, you want to do eyeliner, Victoria?
Sure.
And know that you can use the multitaskers as eyeliner, but then they have one that's black. She'll tell us a little bit about that.
And I also use the multitasker sometimes on, if I get my brush wet, I do use it instead of mascara on my eyelashes. So it's just a lighter finish. Okay, so Savvy Minute Eyeliner helps bring out the natural beauty of your eyes. It is free of cheap fillers and finely ground for a smooth application. So how to apply it, Kara kind of already went through that, but it's the same as the multitasker, and it's a rich deep color. It has a high color payoff, long lasting all day wear, suitable for sensitive skin, and then you apply it with your moistened brush for high impact, or formulated without talc, bismuth, parabens, phthalates, petrochemicals, or synthetic fragrances. And this one is called the Jet Setter.
Okay, and the eyeshadows, here are a bunch of the eyeshadows. So these are the eyeshadow colors that are out. There's a variety of them that you can now choose for your, I mean, we kind of know here's what the eyeshadows are for. Some of the people, if you want a couple tips, you could either, some people really want like their eyeshadow to be sticky when it goes on the eyes. So I've heard a lot of people using the lavender lip balm just to put on the base of the eyelid. I've heard the sunscreen putting on. So if you want to get very specific about getting them look just right, those are some of the things that you can do with it. So let's just talk. Here's another slide that gives you a different viewpoint of what the colors are. So I'm going to give you a high level to write down and may help you decide. The best kept secret, that is the second one on here. That is what everyone should use as their base on their eye. It's just a base color that you need to put on that's going to go like on the skin tone, assuming you have lighter colored skin tone. This is your matte nude. It also can double as a concealer. So if you really need a concealer, you can just use the misting spray with this best kept secret, and then you just dab a little bit on the spots that you want to put it on. The residual, that is the third color down. It's a pretty white highlight. It has a beige pale shimmer. A lot of people put it on the inside corners of the eyes because they're trying to make their eyes pop a little bit. Sometimes it's used as the very top, like right underneath the brow. The Wonderlust, that is the top color there. This is also, it's a pretty white pearl shimmer. This is good for all eye colors, but it will definitely pop if you have brown eyes more. So it's more of a highlighter. The Spoiled, that's kind of that pinkish one. It's like right towards the top there. This is a matte peachy pink with a little bit of shimmer. This is good to help make your blue eyes pop. Crushin', it's right under Spoiled. It's a little pinker and has a little more shimmer. This is also good for blue eyes. Then we're going to hit down on Determined. That is the second to bottom one. It is much more kind of that brownish color. It seems to be many people's favorite one. The Diffused, that one is a purple darker matte. If you have green eyes, this is a really good one to pick if you have green eyes. Unscripted is a lighter purple, again, good with green eyes. The Overboard and Envy. So Overboard and Envy are kind of those, the 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the third and fourth one from the bottom. Overboard is more of a plum shimmer, and Envy is a violet gray. So those are the colors that you're getting with it. The pressed eye palette, I've heard people were begging for like pressed eyeshadows. There's just certain people that like the pressed eyeshadows in here. So this is palette number 1. They just came out with this last month. It is, the shade is made with a lavender infused formula. So what they're really trying to do is blend some of the oils into the makeup. We're a lifestyle company, but we're also an oil company. So they're trying to get our products all infused with it. Obviously, has no parabens, no synthetics out there. This is really easy to blend with your brush. So now this just comes in a palette for you to choose. You know, we probably don't have to go into here's how you do, you know, your eyeshadows and everything. You do it how you're going to do your eyeshadows. But obviously, when you look between these and these, you have a great set of colors that you can choose with. I do mascara, Victoria.
Okay. Okay. So our mascara, it's formulated with naturally derived material and non-nano ingredients. Savvy Minerals by Young Living Mascara is clinically tested for ocular irritation and is safe to use even on sensitive eyes. It is infused with lavender essential oils to nourish and condition lashes and is completely free of parabens, phthalates, petrochemicals, bismuth, talc, dyes, synthetic colorants, or synthetic fragrances. It's long-lasting, glides on smoothly, and won't smudge or clump. And seriously, go Google for toxic ingredients found in your run-of-the-mill everyday mascara. It's worth the time and effort, and I can tell you, Young Living isn't compromising your health when it comes to making your lashes look so lovely. Right.
You want to do the first color lipstick? I'll do the next ones.
Okay. So, Savvy Minerals by Young Living lipstick is formulated to bring out every woman's unique and natural beauty. This picture has the original lipstick colors. The lipstick glides on smoothly with a creamy texture and medium coverage that makes application easy and forgiving. With natural-looking, beautiful shades that give your lips a pop of rich color and a fuller look, this lipstick adds just the right amount of shine and color to put on your lips. And made with naturally derived ingredients, including moisturizing botanicals, this lipstick is not tested on animals, so you can feel good about what you are putting on your lips. Some benefits of it: it has the natural looking shades to enhance your lip color, medium coverage, adds shine and color, glides on smoothly, creamy texture, it moisturizes your lips, improves the appearance of lip fullness, and made with natural ingredients. So a tip on how to use it: moisturize your lips with Young Living lip balm, then apply lipstick to lips until you reach your perfect level of beautiful color. Some of the ingredients are ricinus.
We can skip. We'll skip the ingredients.
You what?
We can skip the ingredients. They can look those up. Yeah.
They can look those up. Okay. Their lipsticks are come in beautiful natural looking shades and add shine and color while moisturizing your lips to enhance your natural beauty. So the colors that we have here, on a whim, it's a beige, kind of a nude color. Daydream is pale, a peachy nude. Wish is a nude rose, and Uptown Girl is a dusty rose.
So these are their original ones. They were working on, because we didn't want to get they didn't want to get those, you know, a lot of the red colors. You probably saw our Facebook post when we said carmine, that's that bug. Trying to find that natural rock color to get darker. So super exciting. Like when you compare, like on the right color of this picture, these were the original ones, and then they came out in the spring lineup, these ones. Oh my gosh, I totally love these. My favorite color is the Bedazzled. I mean, I wear that all the time. That's the bottom one. And then I do like the Mic Drop, because that is giving the color that I need. So the Mic Drop is much more of a bright pink. And then you get the Sweet Life that is bright fuchsia. You have Miss Congeniality, it's a soft pink. And then there's a coral orange, which is I Dare You. The pale pink beige is It Girl, and then Bedazzled is that plum berry. So I'm going to show you on a picture of someone's skin. Here, you know, because sometimes it's easy to look on the skin what it looks like. Those are pretty close to what the colors are going to be. So if you like some more of those bright ones, you know, the Mic Drop, the Sweet Life Bedazzled, those are giving you more of the color without any of those lake dyes in it. So then last month in June, they came out with a cinnamon infused lipstick. So these are they're a much darker than, you know, the ones that we were talking here are a little more in the pink tones. These are much more closer to the brown tones, I'll say. So this is it. I'm going to show this picture is good. So these are kind of on the skin, what they look like. They are darker, and they're more in the brown tones than the pink tones. So if you want more of those brown tones, you're going to want to go with the cinnamon infused lipstick. Here's a picture I'm going to show you. I'm going to go through a couple. We went through all the colors. So these 6 girls, these are the Young Living trainers. You've probably seen the girls on the left a lot more. The ones on the right are some newer ones coming in. But on Young Living, on the Facebook page, when they have like their education and training page, these are the girls. So this is what these skin tones, this is what they all look like in that icon. So then what I'll do is I'll flip it over. So here's what they look like in Muse. So like you can see on Haley's, in the middle left, like see how dark that is on her skin tone. So you kind of want to look on the people's skin tones, what they look like, because that's how it would look on you. So that's what the Muse is. I like when Janet said, oh my gosh, they have a lipstick after us, right? You may have to just get it just because of that, right? Here's the Posh. So like, you know, you pick one of the girls, whatever girl you pick it. So like when you look at there and I go back to the colors, you can kind of see the difference on their faces. And then here's the Siren. So you see how they're all like a lot darker, but it gives you a good idea of, and then here's Untamed. I did do the Untamed, and then I put the Maven lip gloss over it, and I liked this one for me out of all of them because it was it wasn't as brownish, but then I added a little bit of that pink lip gloss over it. So that's just helpful to see what those looked like. Lip gloss. Want to tell us about lip gloss, Victoria?
The lip gloss adds shine and color, glides on smoothly, creamy texture, moisturizes your lips, improves appearance of fullness, and made with natural ingredients. Okay, so we have
lip gloss is lip gloss, right?
Right.
So you can kind of see. Here's right, what it is. What's your favorite one that you use?
So my favorite is the Abundant, but I want to get the headliner.
And I wear Maven. I wear Maven all the time. I love the Maven, and I'll put that over the lip gloss too. So just know, like my mom, she has a little more of the red toned hair and like more of a warm color. She uses the Journey. So using kind of that Journey on. So it's gonna just go, do you like the pinks? Do you like more of the like fallish colors? Whichever one that is. Okay, so that is really the entire, like you've just seen the entire makeup line. So when we say, how do I get my hands on the Savvy Mineral makeup? You build your supply. Like we say, what's the best way to do it? If you're already a member, that's awesome. You're just gonna log into your virtual office, and like whether you're on ER or a quick order, you're gonna go and order the makeup that you want. The one thing that I want to add out here is like, they have premium starter kits. So whether it's you or whether someone wants to start up with, you know how we all, like if you're on the call, I think most everyone on the call tonight is already a member. We started out probably with the diffuser and oils, or like you could get the Thieves line or the Ningxia line. Now the Savvy Mineral, there is a Savvy premium starter kit that someone could get. If they're not ready for oils, they're not ready for Ningxia, they could get one of these starter kits. I like looking at the prices and comparing the prices and looking at it. So like if you haven't tried the makeup at all, like they have, it's a cool 2, a warm 2, a dark 1, or a dark 4. The price point on this is it's $150, right? It's $150. You are getting basically the foundation free and probably like you're shipping free if you want to go and add up all these ingredients by yourself. So you're saving about $50. So when I tell people sometimes, like yourself, you can certainly go order all of these separately, and you're probably like, I always tell everyone, you're gonna want a veil, you probably want to get a bronzer, but you may consider doing one of the premium starter kits on a quick order, because you are going to get some of these colors and save about $55. So sometimes that's worth it. Someone may say, well, I like all the dark ones. I like the Passion and I want the Maven lip gloss, but I'm not sure about that foundation color. Here's the deal on the foundations. We all mix a lot of the foundations anyway. I really do mix a Cool 2 and a Warm 2 foundation. I'm actually using a Cool 3 right now. Just in the summertime, I mix a lot of them based on it. So just know, if you want to get some of these colors, they're great colors to get. And you also get the lavender, you get the brush, and you get the misting spray. Here's another picture of that you can see, where it has like the foundation, you're getting a blush, you're getting 3 eyeshadows, the misting spray, lavender, a lip gloss, and the brush. So it's a good deal price-wise. You obviously can totally go and order separately on what you want to order separately. But just know that if you have friends and they might be like wanting to try the makeup, they can get a starter kit that is going to give them wholesale pricing on everything else. So that is an option for someone if they're not ready for oils or they're not ready for Ningxia. They can get the makeup, because I mean, let's face it, most women probably wear makeup. They just don't know to look on their ingredients. The other thing that's a great deal, but Essential Rewards is obviously an even better deal, because you can put this on your Essential Rewards and you're going to get points back so you can get your makeup. I always tell people I always got my entire skincare line free with my Essential Rewards points. That's just your Essential Rewards. Yesterday, if you haven't done so already, on our training page that we have, I have 22 posts. I was doing it just because of Amazon Prime Day, trying to teach people like, great, Prime is great, but you're still paying, over $100 to get your free shipping. Let's look at what we're getting free with Essential Rewards. So if you haven't yet, just go back and go through the posts. I go through what Essential Rewards is, so you can see the difference with that. Another thing that I always like to kind of add the class to is just know, if you're open to this and this is an option for you, Young Living has an amazing business opportunity. If you want to share it, like makeup with everyone, and you want to do it, there's an opportunity that you can do that. This is really what the income potential is that people can do. You want to look up, Young Living has the income disclosure. I have to say that when I'm talking about the income, but this is what you can make on a basic level. Like the silver, for example, I did that in 6 weeks, working a full-time job and 2 kids in sports. The thing that I like to tell people is when we drive by Target and Walmart and the grocery store, the lots are full of people. And if you go in, they're buying all these toxic ingredients. When I look down, like my kids point that out now, Victoria, your kids need to start learning how to do that. Yeah. Pointing out what they're all buying and coming down. And it really is just us teaching them to look at their ingredients. It's really that simple. So here's a couple I'm going to show you guys. Here's me. Like just some before and after pictures. So the left is the before. It doesn't, I don't think it looks like cakey, but it's just enough to make a little difference, right? So these are people on our team. These are a couple of my cousins and my daughter. So the left is the before, the right is after. Here's one of my other friends where her granddaughter did her makeup. You can see the difference on that. And then this is Patrice and my daughter on the very top. And then we did their makeup. I'm like, oh my gosh, you girls, you look like you're 20 years old. But they were busting out laughing because they thought they looked so funny. But I'm like, but it doesn't look horrible, right? I mean, I think it looks pretty good. This is Cynthia's friend. So we did her makeup over the phone. I love this picture because they were talking to me over the phone and I was talking to them as they were putting it on. What a great job, right? What a big difference. So on here, I just want to tell you the team education. Hopefully you are on the Karen Patrice's training and education, because we put lots of stuff out there. That's what we're saying, what our Zoom calls we're doing. But there also is, it's called Savvy Face. It's Savvy Minerals by Young Living. Well, it's called the Savvy Mess. So that's another one if you want to get more tips, you must see other videos, because some people really are into the makeup and how much they're put, exactly what tip and how do I do this. So know that that is another option that is out there that you can look. Thanks for coming to class. Hopefully you understand why that is such a difference in the makeup, why you shouldn't be using something else on. You've seen all the ingredients that are out there. It's Googling and looking the dangers of what's in there. And Savvy Minerals, this is an option for you guys to get something that is just really better. I'm going to stop the recording really quick here. I'll stop.